Today, the Public Safety Committee will meet to discuss continuing police reform at the Austin Police Department.
Yes, this is a newly formed group within the Austin City Council. Last month, members were briefed on ideas for reform, including how APD responded to the protests that we've seen, change to general orders, allocating new next year's budget for public safety, and the future of APD's cadet class. A lot on the line here. So we thought, let's bring in a member of that group. It's time to hear from them. This is Councilmember Jimmy Flannigan, waking up with us, chair of the committee. Thank you so much again for being with us.
My pleasure to join you this morning.
All right, let's start off with this. The Mike Ramos case. He was shot and killed back in April. City policy is to release video of police shootings within 60 days. As you know, city manager on June 21st delayed the release of that video. It's now been 69 days. When are we going to see that video, council member?
Well, I would have loved to see it faster than 60 days. Unfortunately, we have a conflict inside our police department over policy implementation. And this has been an unfortunate common refrain where the council or the chief and the Office of Police Oversight will adopt a policy, but then things go wrong in its implementation. And I think that's what we've seen with the release of this video. And so I hope that we can expedite its public release.
Councilmember, Dallas just announced it will release any video of police shootings within 3 days. Now, is that something City Council will consider requesting for the Austin Police Department?
I'm sure that it will come up. But, we have an interesting conflict with our district attorney over who's in charge of the police department. And unfortunately, based on a letter she sent this week, she seems to think that she's in charge of the police department, even though she is not elected by the citizens of Austin. She's elected by the county. And so there's just a lot of stuff to work through.
During the protest, Councilmember Flannigan, the Austin protest, police officers shot both a 16-year-old Brad Ayala and a 20-year-old Justin Howell in the head with what they described at the time as non-lethal weapons. Do you know how both of them are doing? I know they were in the hospital for quite some time. And then what is the latest on naming those officers who fired those shots? Do you support that?
So, anytime that there's someone with a medical condition, even if it's one trauma-induced, like these appear to be, the council members are not briefed on the individual medical conditions of folks, but the department is releasing certain names of officers who were involved. But there's two questions really before us. There's the kind of relitigation of what's happened over the last month, which is an important process, one that is necessary for accountability. And then there's the process to look towards the future. What are the right policies and how are we sure that those policies will be implemented? That is the work that I'm focused on as chair of the Public Safety Committee.
Now, Councilmember, if you guys come to agreements here with APD on changes, how do you plan to work with the department to make sure it complies with those changes? And how do you plan to work with the union since your latest agreement with them is less than 2 years old?
Well, there's a complicated web of policy and law and, frankly, practical reality that informs how this work moves forward. Prior to the creation of the Public Safety Committee, the council was not having regular public conversations in a formal way with the chief and the manager and others. And so it allowed the council to approve a policy or acknowledge a policy and then kind of move on to the next shiny object. That is no longer going to be the case. As I spent the last 2 years chairing the Judicial Committee, which is what was converted into the Public Safety Committee, we were able to move forward the types of changes and reform that had been contemplated for 20 years but not implemented. And we pushed those across the finish line with Mayor Pro Tem Delia Garza, Councilmember Cassar, and first Councilmember Poole, then Councilmember Harper Madison. And now that team is sticking together through the Public Safety Committee to ensure that not only do we have the right policies, but that those policies are implemented in the way the public demands.
What do you hope to get done today? We've talked about the ideas, what you want to do. What are you going to get done today? And then when are you going to implement those changes?
So what we continue today is the grinded out work of policy and culture change. What we adopted as a council unanimously, what we co-sponsored unanimously, an unprecedented act, however many weeks or months or years ago, I have completely lost track of time in a pandemic, but what we're going to do now is actually get to the work. We're going to have frontline officers at the table. We're going to have community experts at the table. We're not inviting the manager or the chief or some of the advocates who have been kind of the public face of the movement to actually go through line by line. All right, here's a question about tear gas. Here's a question about no-knock warrants. What are you experiencing as an officer in your day-to-day work? And what do these experts, these legal, academic experts say that the right way to move forward is on these ideas? So we're actually going to get into it, and it's not going to be a kind of high level, ignore the practical realities part. This is where we get into the meat of it.
Okay, looking forward to that. Thank you so much, Councilmember Flannigan, for joining us again.